Hey, I've been practicing some JavaScript and here's the HTML for what I have made. Um, so I've made a calculator, a factorial calculator, and an array examples. And so basically, in this calculator, what you have is you have 1 plus 3, and it automatically adds it for you. And it only takes two numbers right now. So the equal sign is basically useless right now. But that's all right. And so we can do 1.2 times 2, and then we can get 2.4 um, divided by 2 and get the same. Um, and then 15 minus 5 is 10. So you see that the calculator works. It's very simple, extremely simple, but it works. And then you have the factorial calculator, so it calculates factorials. So if we were to do 3, it would be 6. If we did 5, it comes out as 120, 6, 720, and so on and so forth. Pretty straightforward. And then the array example is probably the simplest of them all because I did not add a way for you to see the modified ways that we modified this. So right now we just show numbers and it's 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6. And so what this basically does is, well, I'll just show you the code and why it shows up like that. So here's the code. We have the JavaScript tutorial.html. So this is an HTML file with script files, and basically we can go through this a little bit. So a library I used was jQuery, and so I learned a little bit of jQuery as we went through this. And yeah, so I defined the function, defined the variables. I defined the clear function to clear the text. This defines the calculate function to do the calculations. So you have the default of 0, and then I freaking love switch cases, so I use the switch case to switch the operator, and then the obviously displays the results as a text, and then when a button is clicked, it runs a function, which could cause bugs, but here we are. So when a button is clicked, it runs a function, and so it runs the function. Yeah, so basically, if the value, so this sets the value as anything, and so if the value is C, it clears. This displays the operators, so you have the what is this called? Logic. Yeah, you have the logic, and so it goes through, displays the first number, and keep in mind this is all for the calculators. This is all for the first function. I kind of didn't organize this very well, but here we are. So yeah, and this displays the first number, the second number, and then we have another logic. What is that called? I'm spacing on the name of this. A logic string, I guess. And so if all of the numbers are not empty, then it calculates. This is the JavaScript for finding a factorial. So here's the scripts for finding a factorial. It's pretty straightforward. So you have the calculate factorial, the display, and then this just checks if it's a number, if it's a valid number. I mean, so like if you were to put like a string or like a word or something, it said please enter a valid number. This just checks if the number is negative because you can't do factorials for negative numbers, and then that displays it. And then you have a function within that, and it's the basic factorial function. Uh, yeah, pretty much that's it. It does the calculations for me because I'm not a math guy. So there you go. Here's the JavaScript for the arrays, and so this might make a little more sense now that we're here. So we have the numbers defined, right? And then we have numbers.push, which adds another number. And then this modifies the array by removing a specified number. So removes one number, it removes the second place. So that would be number 3 because we're going off of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But we added another, so there's technically 5. But and then you just remove that one number, so it removes 3. And then this function basically just shows the numbers, shows the array. And so this is just the HTML. This doesn't really have anything to do with the JavaScript, so we won't really go over it. But yeah, that's basically it. Thanks.